Tuko Riadha, welcome my friend. Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning wherever you are. Hope you are doing well. Life is treating you fair. And here we go with another update, another show that gives you some of the latest things happening around the globe. And without any hesitation, let's just go where things happen in marathon in Sydney, Australia. Sifan Hassan, she's making a few noises down there. She's gone there and she's demonstrated why she might be the next big thing in marathon. Not only does she destroy the field by 3 minutes, she breaks the record in that event. There you have it, boys and girls. Former Ethiopian, now Dutch, Sifan Hassan in 218. This is how I like about this woman. This is what I admire about this woman. Not only does she do this, she does it in a way that it sends a very strong message to the rest of the competition, and the people think she's just there just to, be somebody who's gonna just be running mediocre times. Because 218, 3 minutes away from everybody else, is not just a point to prove, is the reason why she chose not to go to the World Championship this year. She says, you know what? Nope, I'm not going to the World Championship. I'm going where it's happening in Sydney. She edges off Brigid Kosgei, who was the record holder of that event before. And she beats her quite, let's put it this way, shamelessly. She had no shame. And I like what she says at the end here, as usual. She says, I pushed so hard to the finish. I started too hard and I learned my lesson. I'm happy this is the first race I finished without drama. I learn big lesson every time. You know why she says that is that marathon, if you remember when she won the gold in Paris, it wasn't she won in front, she went out there and she was just being like a nice lady winning a race. She had to elbow somebody. Check the picture, iconic picture when the last 200 meters, I think, coming off the curve. That is how she did it. And I don't think she intentionally does it. It's just the way she runs, and sometimes you have to fight for position. But here you go. She does it in Sydney, and I think the gap of victory and the how she obliterated the competition in this event sends a very strong message around the world that Sifan Hassan, as Hall of Famer, she's even coming out of track. She's a legitimate marathon runner moving forward. I guess being a sixth career marathon in a calendar, in a career so far, tells us that a lot more is to come. And the way she's doing it, and the way she has competed in track, I remember one time in World Championship Olympics where she did the 1500. I think she went and did the 5000 and the 10,000. And by the time she was done, I think she had completed about 80 miles in a competition overall. That's how strong and mentally, just superior this woman is, either in marathon, in track. She's medaled, I think, in most of the world championships she's competed in, and I don't think we're gonna be seeing more of her come Olympics, as everything looks right now. And I'm surprised she skips World Championship, but I think it's the timing because it's very hard to recover from this and go back to Tokyo in about 2-3 weeks. So Sifan Hassan wins the Sydney World Athletics Platinum Label Marathon this year in 2 hours, 18 minutes, and 22 seconds. Voila. So there you have it. And there's another update I thought we would talk about just to make this episode kind of sweet and maybe something we should be excited about is that Jakob Ingebrigtsen is very positive about making the World Tokyo Championship. And that's exciting for fans like me. She writes Instagram where he says that things have been looking good, but he's not racing or doing any races until he gets to Tokyo. And he even shared his workout that he was able to complete 20 200s. 20. I'm talking of 20, that's a lot of miles still. But he said he was able to complete that and assess his well-being and health recovery and rehab he's been going through and the training, and he's very positive. So we, the fans, are excited about this young man being in Tokyo because we want to see the best of the best. There's a question mark that I want to have about him, though, is what are we going to see? That's the question. Is it the Jakob Ingebrigtsen of old who can stop on a water break in a 5K and take a sip and destroy the competition? I doubt it. Is he going to be arrogant? You never know. And don't forget this, it's been a long year for him. As much as he won the European indoor this year, it's been a very long year for him in family issues, in going to court, having to drag himself through the system of having to be, give a testimony about what happened between him and his father, his mentor. Well-being will be tested here because some people might even ask those questions. And I wonder what we are going to see come Tokyo in about 3 weeks. Jakob Ingebrigtsen, yes, he's going to Tokyo. We don't even know which events he's going to be competing in. Is it 1,500, 5,000, 10,000, whatever? It's very unpredictable, but it's good to see that he's coming back to compete in Tokyo and compete in track as a whole. That's positive. And again, it's going to be quite interesting to see him at least go through the rounds and make it to whatever level he wants to make it. The question mark for me is, where is Josh Kerr, the defending 1,500 meters world champion from UK? The last time he got beat by, Fanuel Koech in London, and that's the last time we saw him. I don't think we've seen much of him since. And sometimes people just decide to go training, but there's nothing really out there that I read about whether he has injuries, something he's nursing, I don't know. But those are what I call the big names you want to see in World Championship. Josh Kerr, Jakob Ingebrigtsen right now is giving us a green light. So we're looking forward to that. Anyway, that was my episode today. Keep subscribing. Sifan Hassan, 218, winner in Sydney Marathon. Oh, I didn't see Eliud Kipchoge in top 10. So I guess I won't talk about men. Sorry, man. Eliud was a story. I didn't see much from him. Did he finish? I didn't check it out. I didn't read the details. But it's Eliud Kipchoge. I don't know what he has to prove. He's done it all. But he was there in Sydney. But the story is Sifan Hassan, 218. And Jakob Ingebrigtsen making his way to Tokyo. Talk to you guys later. And again, don't hesitate. Comments are always welcome. We'll see you next time. In Tukoriada. Ciao.